They tried everything.
It's like a turn. We've been down for too long.
I hit different.
Now we
Let's
up.
go.
All praise to the Most High. Yeah, we back to set it on fire. Sober man that on smoke side. Yeah, we up but on get high. Warmonger out with all the smoke. In them trenches where they cut though. Same spot.
Hey, shalom, y'all. Most High Christ blessed. Welcome to another episode of Return of the Gods. Just for me, the guys are in the building. Who we got tonight? Tonight we got Officer Uzziah in the building, Officer Ethan, Officer Isaiah in the building, Officer Noah, Officer Maccabees, Officer Uriah over there in the building, in the cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's going down tonight. We got a packed house. Officer Uzziah, how you feeling tonight?
Hey man, I'm feeling good. Show should be action packed. Listen, man, the devil done went to space, you know, and defied it. What you got, Ethan? What you thought?
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Word is, you know, the toilet stopped out of space for the third time. They said the pipes clogged up.
Man,
Smell like boo-boo up there.
Nasty bitch.
we can't take their ass nowhere, man. Damn. Anyway, go ahead, officer. What we got?
So speaking of Esau and his filth, as y'all know, we like to kick the show off, you know, with a little bit of a refresher, a reminding of Esau and his Caucacity. So let's go ahead and get those clips rolling.
Most popular.
This is Superhuman TV Show. Today I'll be jumping onto this microwave. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home. I hope you like it. Whoop whoop! Fuck this shit!
What the hell?
He definitely broke,
Yeah.
So, bro.
That dude was special, bro.
Yeah.
I think all of them, their whole race special, man.
Yeah.
That's
In this
crazy,
episode
man.
of
Why
Tweaker,
they gonna put him on the video like that? No,
Yeah.
he's special.
Who posted this next one? He broke the microwave, bro. That's crazy, bro.
this?
Tweaker Geographic.
Oh, tweaker. Oh, okay.
in this episode of Tweaker Geographic, we observe the last surviving member of the ancient Mesopotamian civilization. A tribe so committed to weight loss, they evolved out of muscle tissue and hair, wearing the sacred hunting diaper passed down from his cracked ancestor
No,
as he stalks tonight's dinner
Look at
with a
that.
bow blessed by the elders, none of whom are alive because
what
they
city this in,
also
bro?
hunted like
That's in
this.
Florida.
But why nobody stopping this dude?
That's crazy.
Dang.
Bro, straight Neanderthal, bro.
Right, and these people run the planet.
Right.
Sad.
What else we got?
A hardcore parkour.
Yeah.
Oh.
You about to bust his shit.
That it?
Nah, he went further up.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Dummy.
That's funny.
You know, they be doing that base jumping for real, man. They be jumping off of buildings and stuff. I don't know why they be doing that.
Bro, they be trying to, they like to try God, bro.
It's like, why you want to break your ankles, man?
That's crazy. Let me play that last video, man.
Oh.
Sammy, can you read that?
Yo.
That's crazy.
She broke the camera already, bro.
Child suspended after telling his teacher her breath smells like hippo shit.
He looks like he said that.
Right. And she looked like her breath smelled like hippo.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
You said hippo.
man.
That must be terrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's- He ain't say dog. He say hippo.
Right.
Yo, oh man. Oh, man. Just look at her, bro.
You can sign whatever papers you want, Tina, but even if we divorce, you will still be my fucking sister.
Oh my gosh, hold on. What?
He said he was
Say that again.
You can sign whatever papers you want, Tina, but even if we divorce, you will still be my fucking sister.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sister. Sister. He said
Yes.
you can sign
That's
whatever
his
things you
sister.
want to. He said you can get a divorce,
Right.
but you still gonna be related to me. You my sister.
Hey, that's how the rednecks is,
That's how
man.
they get down. We got a whole Confederate flag on for a shirt.
Damn. Where y'all find these videos, man? Wow.
It's something else.
Well, yeah, I think that was it on the Caucacity report. But let's go ahead and jump right into our articles.
Oh, no, I think they got some books.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The Wild Man.
I read. The Wild Man, Medieval Myth and Symbolism. Timothy Husband, with the assistance of Gloria Gilmore House.
All right. What we got on her? Okay, so this is a Caucasian man. What is he up in? He up inside of a tree trunk. He up inside of the trunk of a tree.
Is that his skin or
No, that's his hair.
That's his hair?
That's his hair.
That's his hair.
Because you know this book gonna explain how the white man, he is the original werewolf. You know, they got the werewolf concept and Bigfoot, that was just white men.
Yeah, tall white boy.
Yeah.
What that caption said about it.
You read that? Yeah,
Wild Man, pen and ink illustration from Bali de Un Home Salvage, France, about 1500 Paris, Bibliothèque Nationale.
So this is a Caucasoid in France.
Yeah, they said the 1500s.
Yeah, man.
That wasn't even that long ago.
Man, that's why they always push shaving cream, man.
Right. This was before Gillette. You know how it was
Yeah.
BC?
Okay. Go up to the picture real quick. The picture. So you know what we're talking about. Okay. Read that.
The capture of a wild man, photograph for a scene from Wild Mandy, performed at Bauscheder, Wild, Switzerland, 1976. Photo courtesy the Gemidiscipant Bauscheder.
Good job.
Hey, I just posted a picture in what's it called? The chat. Look at this. Tell me this dude don't look like this dog. I posted in the general.
That's his hair?
Yeah, that's his hair.
Oh, shoot. That's crazy.
That's real.
Yep.
Look at the picture.
God damn.
That's the same dude. That look like the same thing.
Yeah, man. That's the first part of the dog, man.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Was it more on that? Just go through the pictures real quick. This is, and by the way, we didn't write this book. You know, the Caucasian man, he put this together himself. All right, so that's a depiction of a.
What happened to the other page? You gonna read on that?
Was it more on that? Go back to the other page.
You didn't read that on that page.
Read that.
Eddie the Wild Man scaled.
No, just read the underline.
Parts, bro.
By the 15th and 16th centuries, however, wild folk often wear leafy vines over their groins, intertwined with branches about their waist, and even garlands of flowers around their heads. The universal attribute of the wild man is a large club, or occasionally an uprooted tree, which he holds in his hand, often with the end resting on his shoulder.
That's
the Flintstones.
Yeah, the Flintstones. That's Bam Bam. Got the big.
You know they live in the cave. It's the cave man.
Okay. Keep reading. Read that bottom part. Can you scroll down some? And zoom out just a little bit.
Thought to live in remote, mountainous, and forest regions, the wild man especially flourished in the wooded or alpine regions of the Germany-speaking lands, such as the Harz, Fichtel, and Allgäu mountains of Germany. the alpine regions of Carinthia, and the Tyrol in Austria, and Garbenden and Wales in Switzerland. Wales in Switzerland.
That's crazy.
Not limited to these regions, however, the wild man myth thrived throughout Western and Central Europe.
It wasn't a myth.
Right.
In these forests, the wild man was said to make his home in caves, rocky crags, dank burrows, hollow tree trunks, and the other rude places.
Right. So wherever it was a place where man wasn't supposed to reside, he found a way to get inside of there.
That's where animals. That's how animals live.
Right.
In trees,
Literally.
caves, dens. So the point is, the white man is the damn Neanderthal.
He's a beast.
The wild man.
Yeah, but you know they call us monkeys and apes.
Right.
But they literally living like they got the whole history documented on them being like this. That picture that they had on top, the other one, go to the other picture. It's gonna show it. Yeah, look at that. So this is where the werewolf comes from. Come on back. Y'all almost had it. There we go. Zoom in. All right, now read that text. The underline.
By every account, the wild man's behavior matched his primitive surroundings. Strong enough to uproot trees, he was violent and aggressive, not only against wild animals, but also against his own kind. His brutish, contentious nature expressed itself in a natural combativeness against which neither beast nor man was equal. Through his club and sometimes only his bare hands was his only weapon. With his instinctive knowledge of the way of the wild beast, the wild man was a skilled hunter, but in spite of his physical supremacy, shrank from contact with humans and frequently even with his own kind. Indeed, his inept social ability apparently limited him to only that cooperative union required for procreation. Lacking agriculture, he was forced to eke out a substance from hunting and gathering.
You want to read all this?
I think we good, Simeon.
Good. All right. Okay.
We get the point. The white man is a beast, and that's what the scriptures say, and that's the truth. But you know what's crazy? My bad. I was gonna say, you know what's crazy? They always try to depict us as primal, and we was rolling through trees and stuff before they came to get us. But that's the complete opposite. They the ones with the long claws and the wrapping leaves on their head and stuff.
Yeah, some of them said they was eating blood. Like they whenever they killed animals, they went to hunt. They didn't cook it. They just ate it like that.
Right.
And they ate people too. You know. So, yeah, man, that's the white man. That's Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Epstein descend from those people that was in that book right there.
Ooh, you got the when that book was published?
What's
on one of them pages?
I said on the title.
On the title page.
Go to one of them other pages. Might be. They ain't got it in there. That's an older book. But get Matthew. What's that? 21. No, Matthew 15, where Christ called the white woman a dog. You understand what I'm saying? And go and put that picture back up of
Hold on, it's one in there where he was actually running with dogs.
Yeah, right there.
Hold on, it's another one. There we go.
Okay,
He's running with dogs.
See, y'all. Hey, listen. The Christian and Christianity, y'all gonna believe this Bible. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna get away with sleeping with these damn dogs. You understand what I'm saying? Christ called them dogs for a reason.
Right.
Come on, read that. Matthew 15, start at 21. 22.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 22.
You know what I want.
And behold, a woman of Canaan, oh my God, Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil.
Mo.
But he answered her not a word.
Christ didn't answer this woman.
And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us.
He didn't want nothing to do with the woman, and the disciples didn't want nothing to do with that white woman. Go ahead.
But he answered and said,
a child. Go ahead.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said the Most High sent him for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. She was not a sheep. But what was she? Let's read.
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs.
Cast it to what?
And to cast it to dogs.
Just like this historical document in this book said that they are. Dogs. Dogs. Because, you know, Christians, they don't want to believe the Bible. Let a white man tell you he was a dog. He was in the cave. He was running around out there with Lassie and Rover and Rufus. You understand? That's what they do. You know?
There's some Christians crying right now.
You know, I know when I was little, I used to come outside, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, when you was, some of y'all don't know. When you got your mom say, when you come in after you've been outside all day, go take a shower. Why you smell like what?
Smell like
outside. When they just normally they out the shower, they smell like outside.
Officer, that's scripture. That's Genesis.
Bring it up.
Let's get that.
Bring it up.
27.
Yeah, read that.
Nasty bitch.
Hell no.
Because this was the time that Jacob was going to get the blessing from his father. And his mother had him put on goat's hair and had him put on the tie of Esau to betray his brother, you know, and because he had to feel and smell like his brother because Jacob was blind. So when he went to check him out, this is what was said.
Hey, you know, goat's hair is different from sheep hair. Sheep hair is more so like Afro woolly.
Yeah.
Goat's hair like that stringy dog type.
Yeah,
of
just like we saw on the screen.
So that's what Esau had.
Yeah.
They got it today.
Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And he came near and kissed him.
Uh-huh.
And he smelled the smell of his raiment.
Uh-huh.
And blessed him and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field.
It's outside.
Right.
Outside.
Said which the Lord hath blessed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had the smell of dew and wet grass. And outside.
He smell like a wet dog.
Smell like everything outside. All of outside.
He stayed in them elements, man. That was Esau. But that's his attributes. You know, so that's what it is, man.
That's a fire.
Speaking of white people and Christians, let's go ahead and pull up that first article. Go to National News and play.
Is that real quick? Is that was that the end of that dog or the werewolf we had?
No, it was more.
Oh, we playing more.
No,
he said at the end of that. He said we move on.
Read,
You can get to the point. You get to another point.
Ecclesiastes 3:18 real quick. Right, because white people, what they call evolution, they come from them. They came up with that because they evolved from caveman and to what they look like now. They was the regular beast, a creature, you know. But read that real quick.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men.
The sons of man is the white man. Watch this. Let's see what the Bible say. The heathens. Read this.
That God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
See that? That they may see they themselves are beasts. That's them dwelling in caves, you know, eating like animals, eating raw flesh, raw blood. That's what white people do. They sleep in the bed with dogs. They themselves are beasts.
Right.
They kiss dogs.
They kiss dogs in the mouth, all of that, you know. That's what they are. You know, they not a godly people. We taught them how to bathe, how to shower. We taught them what smell good, what don't smell good. You understand? Beasts don't know that. But that's all I had.
Right. They even that like they're the natural beast. Like even with what they consume, like they consume things like crab, lobster, and they call it a delicacy. Yep. Right. These are sea roaches. They
Nasty
eat doo-doo.
bitch.
They whole body chemistry is from consuming the waste of all the fish in the ocean, and they go pull it out from the bottom of the ocean and then put it on a plate and tell you it's a delicacy. And
Right.
you eat it. You understand? That's what black people, that's what black Christians do. They eat doo-doo.
They eat shark meat too, man. Shark meat and octopus.
You know what I'm saying? Like they defile inside and out. Anytime you want to dress up a doo-doo turd, you defiled. You know what I'm saying? Only a beast would think like that.
What was crazy during that time period, because that was like that, all that we just showed from that book, that was all from the Middle Ages or the Dark Ages. So at that same time when Esau was looking like that, looking like a damn werewolf and a dog and eating, literally eating people and eating animals raw, we was living in castles and palaces. We was dressed up with holy garments and royal robes. But this whole world is turned upside down. So they would have us believe that we was in huts and running around like them with a damn a cape around our loins, and that's just it. And we just out here looking crazy. But nah, we was always a fashionable people. We taught them civilization. Civilization did not start with the white man.
Right. They try to make it as if they civilized us.
Right.
Right.
They try to make they look the standard of beauty, you know, like even when you try to apply for a job, you got to shave your beard, you got to straighten your hair out, you got to put a suit on, you got to look like them. So you would think these must be people that dress nice because they set this fake standard for everybody, but not knowing that they the caveman.
Right.
Right.
Your basis. The basis of the people, man. Like
they the lowest of all the people that God created.
Hey, y'all know that clip? It's a clip from a James Bond movie. James Bond had got like kidnapped or something. So he was held up for a long time, so he couldn't groom himself. So all his damn hair and stuff grew out, and he all dirty and stuff.
He like a lichen.
Yeah, and he escaped, and then he come to this hotel, but he unrecognizable. So they like, what the hell this damn homeless man doing in this hotel?
Damn.
So my point is, when just that in that shorter bit of time, they can become unrecognizable if they not shaving, not grooming themselves, what they call grooming.
Nah, for the white man not to be hairy, he literally got to shave every day.
Right.
Like they literally shave themselves every day.
Bro, they be growing. You in school growing up with them, they be having birds in the middle of elementary school.
Yeah, what the hell going on?
You'll be 9 years old.
With a whole bird.
Hey, let me get a scripture real quick. Hey, get Psalms 106 and 35. You could read 36 too. But this for you Christians. This for you Christians out there right here. Read that. Psalms 106, brother.
The book of
It's after
Psalms.
Psalms 105.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
It said we were mingled among the heathen and we learned their works. Everything that black people do today, we get it from our oppressor. You understand? In Proverbs, it say choose none of his ways. You understand? So we're not supposed to live like the other nations. Although we have learned their works and we've assimilated, we have to come out of those things. And that's what the Bible is commanding us to do. Come out of the ways of America and repent. Okay? Read on.
Verse 36. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
So everything that we do that's according to America is idolatry. We serve idols and therefore it becomes a trap. It becomes a snare unto us. You understand? So we have to come out of those heathenish ways. All right? That's all right.
That's why they be shaving. Black man, like you said, he want to make it in society, got to shave his face.
Right.
The black woman got to put a wig,
blind wig.
A blind wig. She got to straighten her hair. That's the snare by the idol. They look at the white man. I want to be like him. I need that long.
Right.
Yep. I need my smooth face. You know, you can't don't trust a black man, but ain't got no beard, bro.
Man.
Don't ever trust a black man with no beard when they don't got a beard.
Man, tell LL that, man. LL Cool J, man.
Damn.
Shit.
That man ain't never had a beard.
Patchy bird. You can't trust no brother.
That's crazy.
You got that on camera.
Damn.
What you mean by that, bro?
It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle, bro.
Hey, man.
I'm just joking.
That's a fire precept right
But
there.
listen, so speaking of snares and idols, y'all know this past weekend was Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
They said the White House had 40,000 eggs.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they had what?
No, I'm saying over 40,000 eggs for the people. That's what Trump said.
They had Easter egg hunt?
I guess. I don't know.
Hey man, we went in on Easter Sunday, man, casting down all imaginations. Camp was fire, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but what do eggs got to do with Easter anyway?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
About
Easter
bunny
bunny.
rabbits?
The bunny rabbits, they don't even lay eggs. The whole thing is, you know, our people into this Christianity, man, is you ask them to explain this hell day, they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
They can't explain it.
Right.
They just following their slave master.
Follow with the white man.
Yeah, you follow what the white man.
They got, trust me, and Christians, I'm telling you, they got an answer for what egg got to do. They're gonna make us. They gonna.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
gonna say the egg had to do something with Jesus
Right.
coming out his tomb.
Right.
That's crazy. He came out as his
Right.
The shell is the old man.
Right.
Yolk represent rebirth, bro.
You know the funny thing, y'all think I'm joking, but that's exactly what they say.
Man, listen, yeah, and you know that Easter day is when Negroes go buy the best suits.
Yeah.
Your grandma pull out the best hat, the best dress.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And they go to church, and guess what? You spending money. They gonna pass that collection plate around about 5 times.
You know it's you know it's a spell on our people because you ain't been to church all year.
Yeah.
But you make sure you go on Easter. That's crazy.
I got it.
Niggas out.
Right.
I got it.
I was about to get Mac almost got overdosed folded, man.
Oh, snap.
And some of our people were there. We, dude was trying to beat overdosed with a pink tie.
Oh, yeah. He had a pink tie on, man.
Pink bow tie. He trying to give everybody the hand.
On Easter?
Easter, man.
Man,
He pulled up in his truck.
Violent.
He pulled up right up in front of the camp,
He started playing Christian
blasting
music.
gospel music.
He started blasting gospel music. That's the Christians' last defense.
Yeah.
When they can't prove anything out of the Bible, they just do random stuff like that.
It was him and his wife. He had a YN son. He had his purse on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I seen the dude that yesterday was Sunday. I seen the dude. He's with his sons, and they all had matching outfits on. And they had like these shorts with like a button up, and the left side was like a powder blue. The right side was a pink. The shorts was like a high yellow, and then the right short was like a orange. They supposed to be like the
Easter colors.
And I was in this restaurant, and all the people like, oh man, hey man, that's good stuff, man. I like to see that, man. You matching with your sons, y'all look good. I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, bro, what the hell you teaching your sons?
Damn. Man, get Colossians 2:8, man. Cause you know what's crazy, right? They celebrate Easter, but we asked the pastor to explain the Feast of Dedication.
Right.
He made something up. But Easter is not even in the Bible to even celebrate. But, hey man, get that scripture, man.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right, because Easter is after the world. That ain't after Christ, man, because that's not a high holy day in the Bible. You ask a black Christian, what is Passover? What is Tabernacles? What is New Moon? What is Feast of Dedication? They don't know. But they're going to tell you about Easter. They're going to make some stuff up with a bunny rabbit laying eggs. Hey, man, y'all got to come out. You got to come out of this hellish doctrine.
They posted that last picture I just put in there, the adult Easter egg hunt.
And they had adult Easter egg hunt?
They used to say it's for the kids.
I thought it was for the kids, right? No, they didn't turn it. Easter already come from a freak idolatry,
Yeah.
Right.
some
It's-
freak
it's-
nasty stuff
Yeah.
already.
They
but
got the grown-ups in it.
Now the grown-ups, you know, they gotta, after they got done with church, or before they went to church, I don't know what the hell they did.
They went to that club, man.
They had to hit up the adult Easter egg hunt. Put that on the screen. This what's going on. Look at that, Siri.
Oh man.
Adult Easter egg hunt this Sunday at Shisha. Patio gates open at 7 p.m.
So it's at nighttime. That's how you know it's the club. I don't know what that venue.
Look how they dress.
Look how they dress.
That's how they dressing for the Easter egg hunt.
That's what y'all doing.
Like, what you,
Nasty bitch.
man, they going to go. They going to go have sex up in there, man.
I mean, that's all it is, bro.
Might as well be the church.
It's a lascivious holiday. That the Easter come from Ishtar. That's a
Goddess of fertility.
goddess, quote unquote, goddess of fertility. So it's all about freaky stuff, man. And women worship, because you notice, ain't like, well, it's 2026, so the lines are like getting way blurred. But a man shouldn't feel so comfortable just walking outside wearing pink, lavender, and powder blue, just so flamboyantly like they do on Easter.
It's fuchsia, bro.
It's fuchsia. But hey man, it don't make sense though. But when you look behind it, it all come from that woman worship. Because the man didn't pick them colors out to wear for themselves.
She definitely picked
They
it out.
they got that from the women, man.
She said you want this.
They be coming outside dressed like some sweet tarts. No, they're sweet tarts.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
literally,
crazy.
but it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, man, I saw a brother yesterday, man. He pulled up. For some reason, he came around the brothers. He had on a yellow jacket and some yellow shoes, and I was like, it was just super bright, and I was like, bro, you ain't never wore that before.
Get that Easter spirit.
Hey, but
I think he sleep right now.
they celebrate. They celebrated Easter this weekend, but in St. Louis they had over like 12 shooters. You know what I'm saying? So you claim you worshiping God and all this, but yet our neighborhoods is jacked up. Like it was a killer spree going on this weekend. To the point where they had to try to come together, like the leaders of the community, like the pastors. Now they trying to, they trying to figure out, how to stop the violence. Stop celebrating Easter. Why don't you teach God's laws? Why don't you teach the people who they are in the Bible? But if you do that, you ain't gonna get paid. So
Hey, give me Romans 1 and 28. This is for the Christian man and woman that's in the in the church, in Christianity. You actually read the Bible and you know what's going on. You know that the things that's taking place in there is wrong, but you still sit there because of tradition, right? You don't want to change. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Read that. Romans 1, start at verse 28.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient.
Come on.
Being filled with all unrighteousness.
Guess what? You sit inside the Christian church, you are filled with all unrighteousness. You filled with it. Go ahead.
Fornication. Wickedness. Covetousness. Maliciousness. Full of envy. Murder. Debate. Deceit. Malignity. Whisper.
All of these things going on in the Christian church, there's no judgment. It's just happening in there.
right.
Come on.
Backbiters. Haters of God.
How do you know that they are haters of God? Because God said, don't celebrate Easter. You there with your best suit on.
Right.
Or your best dress. And that's the only time black women wear a dress.
Right.
On Easter. You're supposed to wear a dress every day. Come on.
Proud. With haters of God. Despiteful. Proud. Boasters. Inventors of evil things.
Come on.
Disobedient to parents.
All of them kids in the Christian church, they disobedient. Come on.
Without understanding. Covenant breakers. Without natural affection. Implacable. Unmerciful. Who knowing the judgment of God.
Read that part again.
Who knowing the judgment of God.
A lot of our people in Christianity, they know the judgment of God. Go ahead.
That they which commit such things are worthy of death.
Right. Some of our people in there actually do read the Bible and they read the penalties for sin.
Right.
They know what sin is. But guess what? They don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Right? Go ahead.
Who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
You see why you still there? Because you still have pleasure in those that do it. Guess what? Your judgment gonna be the same. That's what God said. You understand? You're supposed to rebuke your neighbor if you love him. All right? Go ahead, man. Somebody got something?
Yeah, pour the article about the show about the deadly Easter weekend, since we talk about Easter. You know, the fact that Esau had to name it the deadly Easter weekend shooting.
Damn.
You know, to show you that while, you know, our people are here celebrating this madness, it's chaos in our neighborhoods. That's just show you the church ain't teaching nothing.
Y'all got that?
Y'all got the article? Go back to the top, man. Read the title, man.
St. Louis, shaken by deadly Easter weekend shooting spree.
Go ahead.
Business owners and residents are calling for urgent action after 6 separate shootings across the city left 3 people dead and 6 others injured.
You see that? So that's about 12 people that got shot. You know,
that was recorded.
Right. Keep reading. Scroll down. Yeah, right there. The holiday weekend.
St. Louis, the holiday weekend got off to a violent start as investigators scrambled to process the string of crime scenes spawning from North City to Soulard and downtown West. The wave of gunfire, which primarily centered around gas stations and local businesses, has left a trail of 3 fatalities and 6 injuries.
Right. So the point is, you know, while y'all celebrating this Easter hell day, there was a lot of shooting and killing going on in our neighborhoods. And, you know, the local leaders, it don't seem like they're not doing nothing about it. Why? Because they too busy trying to, you know what I'm saying, do man worship. They too busy trying to get money in their pockets instead of addressing the community. Why? Because, you know, our young men and our young men and kids and women, they out here going crazy, man. You know, you got over 12 people got shot this weekend. That's crazy.
They said in a 12-hour span, all that happened.
Right, in a 12-hour span. Exactly, man. So, you know, but yet, it seemed like around all these hell days, there's a lot of killing going on. And yet, our people can't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but the accidents, too.
Yeah, accidents. Matter of fact, it was a deadly accident right up the street on Friday night. 4 people got hurt. 1 person died. They went the wrong way. I don't know how.
They were driving the wrong way on the street?
They was driving the wrong way on the street on 367 and had a head-on collision. Friday night.
Great.
Hey, get Hosea 4:1 about the Easter shooting. This is why. There's churches on every corner in our neighborhoods. But guess what? It's shootings going on supposed to be a godly day. Right? Go ahead, read that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
No knowledge of God in the land. Even though we got a church on every corner, there is no knowledge of God. Easter is not the knowledge of God. Passover. Come on, read.
By swearing and lying and killing.
What?
And killing.
And killing. Right? That's what our people thinking about on Easter now. Right? Go ahead.
And stealing and committing adultery. They break out and blood toucheth blood.
Come on. But that's what we talking about right there. Blood touching blood.
Yep.
Murder. That's what our people think about on these holidays. That's what goes on. Judgment. That's what we seeing. Why they ain't talking about this in the Christian churches?
Mm.
Watch this.
Can I turn it up a little
Did you
bit?
know that Easter is actually a festival of pagan origin?
So he
Easter
said
was
Easter's
originally
a
the
pagan
celebration of
origin.
Ishtar, a Babylonian goddess of fertility, and the symbols of the egg and the rabbit were also symbols of fertility. Or at least that's what many on the internet claim. However, it isn't true. Easter is traditionally called Pascha, which originates from the Jewish festival of Passover, which is celebrated at a similar time of year. Which is why this is the root of the name for Easter in many Latin-based languages, such as French, Spanish, and Italian. Ishtar has no connection to Easter whatsoever. It is also claimed that Easter was originally a festival dedicated to the Anglo-Saxon goddess Eostre. However, we only have one reference for this, and it's from the great writer the Venerable Bede, who claims that the Anglo-Saxon month of Ostaramannath was named after the goddess Eostre. And he claims that in this month, many feasts were celebrated in honor of the goddess. There is no other concrete evidence whatsoever of the goddess Eostre, and some historians think that Bede may have just made her up. Did you know that Easter is actually...
It. So the point is, he the damn devil the Bible speaks of. Right. The point is, he trying to compare Easter to Passover. That's the point. Easter has nothing to do with Passover. Eggs has nothing to do with Passover. A bunny has nothing to do with Passover. And they don't keep Easter 8 days as the Passover.
Right.
So that wouldn't make sense. So the point is, he tried to bring out the point like, okay, yeah, it is pagan. But at least that's what many think. And then
he tried to justify.
That's what he tried to do.
He tried to justify it.
And the point is, it's black people who gonna sit there and believe that way.
Right.
That Easter has nothing to do with the Passover.
Right. Hey, go back to that article real quick. That article, it said the Easter shooting spree, whatever it's called. What office Ethan put up?
Easter Massacre.
Yeah, the Easter Massacre. That's what we gonna call it. The Easter Massacre. How many people got to die for it to be a massacre?
Man.
What did it say? It say, read the headline again.
St. Louis shaken by deadly Easter weekend shooting spree.
Deadly Easter weekend shooting spree. Now watch this. Get Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 3. So while people are supposed to be, quote unquote, celebrating Easter, it's murder and bloodshed all throughout the doggone city. Watch this.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 3. Then say thou, thus saith the Lord God, the city shedded blood in the midst of it.
That's what we just seen this weekend. Read.
That our time may come.
Meaning, as we see, like it say in Matthew 24, right? It say, as the last days come, iniquity shall abound. We see iniquity abounding and getting more and more and more. That means what? Judgment coming to America. Judgment coming on America and for the evil that's being done here, not just by the white man, but these evil ass Negroes too. Keep reading.
And maketh idols against herself.
What they do?
Maketh idols against herself.
That's the Easter. They make idols, and on the meantime, they shedding blood, murdering all throughout the doggone city. Keep going.
To defile herself.
They defiling themselves with them dumb idols. Read.
Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thine idols, which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near.
The days are drawing near. We see as time go on, it's getting more and more evil. That's how we know Christ is soon to come. Watch this. This is the last one. Ezekiel 12. This is the problem with Negroes. Black people ain't ignorant. Our people see that the time's getting worse. That's what all the people, as you get old, you be like, man, it ain't like how it used to be. Kids, last week, the 13-year-old killed two people, 13-year-old. People in their mind like, dang, where he get a gun from? You know, people see that times ain't getting better. As time go on, it's getting worse and worse and worse. But the Negro, this is what the Negro say. Ezekiel 12 in verse, I think it's verse, or it's actually, I'm in chapter 13, my bad. Verse 22. Watch this. This is what's wrong with black people.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 12 and verse 22.
Come on.
Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel?
This is what people be saying amongst our people. This is what they about to say. Read.
Saying the days are prolonged.
They say the days are prolonged. Read.
And every vision failing.
Because that's what black people say about Christ returning. They think Christ ain't gonna return. All the signs happening, the wars of the rumors of wars. The city and the communities getting worse and worse. The city ain't none of our communities got better since in the last 60, 50, 70 years. But they think the Bible ain't real. These prophecies ain't gonna never come to pass, although they in the church on Sunday, every Sunday. Keep reading.
Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease.
People gonna stop saying that stupid stuff. Why? Keep reading.
And they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Read.
But say unto them, the days are at hand.
What it say?
The days are at hand.
And we see that the days are at hand right now. Black people gotta wake the hell up. You see all the evil, the sin waxing abound in the community, but we acting like nothing changed. Black people still going to the adult Easter egg hunt. Meanwhile, half the kids in the city been getting shot up. That's crazy. Black people don't believe in God. That's just the Easter, the murder. It's all the same. It's all in one big bunch. But that was it.
Yeah, so speaking of the white man lying about his holidays and stuff like that, go ahead and play that TikTok. Send me and post it. I'm gonna tag you in it here. It's the second link he posted in the general chat. I just tagged you in it. Easter is of the devil, in case you didn't know that. Yeah. Easter is of the other devil. You got the link?
Damn.
Black church.
Damn.
He look like he about to lie.
Of evidence that proves that Easter is pagan. I have been asking that question for years, and not a single person can provide. I'm talking about those who say Easter is pagan. Find one piece of evidence where one Christian or anyone else during that time period, not later in the 21st century, during this time period in the 4th and 5th century, where people say Easter is pagan. No, because everybody celebrated the Christian Pascha.
But why is the word Easter not in the Bible then?
No, Easter is a mistranslation used once in the Bible. I think it's in Acts 14. I can't remember where it is. But it's used once, but the word should be Passover. Now, the problem is, some people argue, well, you see, Christians should celebrate the Passover, right? But so how are we not celebrating the Jewish Passover? We have explained that before. We're not celebrating the Jewish Passover because of the differences between Jewish Passover, the Seder plate, and the Christian Pascha. The Jewish Pesach and the Christian Pascha. So it's two different things. Even Jewish people will tell you, we don't celebrate the resurrection, but we still do Passover. Because they don't believe still that Jesus is Messiah. He's not Yeshua HaMashiach. No, not for them. For some Jewish people, Messianic Jews, he's Yeshua HaMashiach, the anointed Christ, right? For the majority of Judaism, Orthodox Reformed Jews, they don't believe in Jesus. So how could we be celebrating the same Passover that represents Christ as they are? So we're not. So there's a slight difference. Bread and wine suggests body broken, bloodshed, redemptive work of Christ. Salvation history is renewed and provided for the believer. So there we go. The most important celebration festivals in Christianity is Easter and Christmas, and the birth representing the incarnation. If you don't believe it, you can't be a Christian. And the death representing the resurrection. 1 Corinthians 15 says, if Christ be not risen, our preaching is vain, our faith is vain, and we are yet in our sin. So if you don't celebrate those, if you don't believe those two, you are outside of the faith. So you must believe in resurrection. You must believe in the incarnation. Do you see if I become a little bit more spiritual on my spiritual side rather than academic here, do you see what the devil tries to attack? He attacks incarnation and even uses Christian to do it. And he attacks resurrection. You get rid of those, we have no Christianity. And lastly, which Jewish person you hear telling you they're getting rid of Sukkot or getting rid of Yom Kippur or getting rid of all these Rosh Hashanah? Which Muslim are getting rid of Eid that they just finished celebrating? Which of them are getting rid of the Jummah prize on Friday or going to the masjid? Or, they're not getting rid of that. But Christians, oh no, we don't want Christmas. We don't want Easter. Just let's exist as we are. Find me one piece of evidence.
That's crazy, bro. That's let me get a scripture. 1 Corinthians 14, 33. That's confusion right there. Because you talking about the Bible and you causing confusion, and that's not how God intended that to be. Read that scripture. We sounding feminine.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion.
You see that God is not the author of confusion, but you listening to this man right here, he confusing the hell out of you. Well, Christians do this. Well, the Jewish man do this. Well, this and that. Blah, 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 blah. God just said, what? Read again.
For God is not the author of confusion.
Go ahead.
But of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
You see that? He's not the author of confusion. The problem is our people don't study. They don't keep God's law, so they don't know what's in this Bible. So you can get somebody on here that can make up some stuff. Yeah, Easter, we did this, we did that, Christmas
real
that.
fast.
Yeah, talk real fast. And he ain't pulled no scriptures.
I talk to a lot of con artists. They talk just like
Yeah, that's a con artist, man.
You know that Ken Pitt? Them two con man, we trying to con each other.
Yeah. But a lot of our people, they, that's a lot of these pastors today. You ask them a question about something that you might have heard the Israelites saying, he gonna talk like that. Mm-hmm. He gonna confuse the hell out of you, and you gonna be scratching your head. And you're gonna be like, okay, it's confusion, and that's of the devil.
So that's what the devil do. He mix in, because some of the things he said was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he mix in a little bit of truth just to get you in there. Then you start looking at him like, is this guy righteous?
Right.
His head's bald.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like him grow a beard, he ain't got that on. You know what I'm saying? He justified, I think he justified Easter.
And Christmas.
Because he justified Christmas. He justified that too, didn't he?
Yeah. He brought Christmas
up. Paganism.
So the apostles wasn't painting no eggs.
And none of that.
Doing no Easter egg hunt.
Right.
They definitely didn't have no adult Easter egg hunt. They wasn't doing this neither. Can you play video 500, please? Video 500 in the general.
Your waves, I ain't busting. Just want to let you know that.
I always gotta have a hater, man. Gotta have a hater. Man, at least the camera can see something. They can't see nothing.
The hell is this? That boy broke his leg. He from St. Louis, man. I think I went to school with him.
You said if one more person get up on the cross, I done did that already. That's over with. Why y'all still getting up on these crosses?
That's funny as hell.
That's a nice fall right there.
Judgment. That was judgment right there.
Damn.
Black people love, that's what they love to do on Easter Sunday. They love to do the reenactment of the crucifixion.
Right.
A whole lot of.
Yeah, I just pulled up this document. I'm trying to send it. It's one that Deacon Nathan had put together a while ago. But it's explaining how they was trying to do, they had like two different Passovers
At the
same time. One was evil pagan tradition, and the one was what we did. I'm trying to see if I can get the excerpt out of here. I don't want to take too much time. I'll read it. It says, from this Passover, the pagan festival of Easter was quite distinct and was introduced into the apostate Western religion as a part of an attempt to adopt pagan festivals to Christianity. So they was trying to mix in, fuse it all into one. That's why it's confusion around it. That go back to not just Easter, but that's that Trinity. That's all that stuff. The Trinity, the Sunday worship, all that stuff. They kept on trying to mix in other pagan idols and festivals and customs into what the Bible says.
Right. Because Christmas is around dedication.
Right.
Dedication, yep. What Christ said, beware of the Pharisees, because that's what they did. They had the tradition of man, and they was mixing it into the Bible. That's where the Talmud come from.
Jewish fables.
Yeah, that's why Christ said, beware of the doctrine, because the leaders of the church was mixing pagan customs in to make the Romans
Romans
or
had-
heathens feel comfortable
Right.
inside of our,
Yeah,
jurisdiction.
that was from the book. I'm trying to get it. It's called How Easter Began. That's the name of the book.
We got the moon.
Hey man, they been showing all pictures of the moon and stuff, man. You know, they out in space. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they out there. They taking pictures of
Yeah,
the
they
moon?
taking pictures of the moon. Yeah, and Earth and all that. And
Damn.
I swear those people that still think they can't go out in space travel.
Negroes.
Yeah, Negroes think that. Yeah. Same Negroes who probably ain't never been on the damn plane,
Yeah.
never been on a cruise ship. They just know you can't go out of space, but yet they pick a cell phone up and call you. Yeah, okay. Okay, brother. Get the order. Read that, man. Let's see what's going on in space while they trying to do whatever they doing on the moon. Read that article, man. It's CNN, by the way. It's CNN.
More than halfway to the moon, the Artemis 2 astronauts grappled with a toilet problem.
So halfway to the moon, they had the boo-boo. And the toilet got clogged. We're going to read it. The toilet got clogged up. So they out in space and they having bowel movements up there. And yo.
They traveling thousands of miles.
Yeah,
into space.
thousands of miles away in space.
So they away from Earth.
Now, one would think you created this spaceship that can, you know what I'm saying, that can crack the barriers of Earth. You would think you would have a good toilet. But you know what it was? They tried to save money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, read the article, man. Read the article.
cut corners,
They
man.
try to cut. Hey, you saw I love to cut corners, man. Hey, now you seeing it. Cutting corners in space. Crazy. Read the article, man. Scroll down.
The 4 astronauts on the Artemis 2 mission, currently hurtling through space, have had a largely quiet journey so far. Very few in-flight issues have cropped up that could disrupt their peace of mind, except that is for the toilet.
The toilet is that'll definitely disrupt your mind. You can't take a proper number 2 out in space. That's gonna mess with your mind. Go ahead, read.
The Artemis 2 crew, 16.5 foot wide, 5 meter wide Orion capsule experienced a waste management related problem that arose in the early hours of Saturday as day 3 was winding down.
So they in a 16 by 5 foot wide capsule, and they had a pipe bust. Now, we all know when you have sewer problems in your basement or in your bathroom, that don't smell good. They out in space. Who they gonna call?
Where they gonna go?
Where you gonna go? Ain't no plumber gonna fly up there and fix anything.
Right.
Buzz Lightyear.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta imagine. You gotta imagine the scene. Well, don't imagine the scenery, but you know what I'm saying.
This dude just floated in Earth.
Yeah, dude floating in the earth. Right? Go back to the article, man. Listen, man.
They probably feel right at home. We played last week.
You got a Jake brother on there. You know, some black brother
bro.
on there.
Jake, like I got me messed
probably
up,
like,
bro.
damn.
He about crashed out on there. He turned to a YN that problem.
Hey, go back to the wait, go ahead, read that.
It is an issue with dumping the waste out of the toilet.
So the boo-boos is floating around.
Artemis 2 flight director Judd Freeling told reporters Saturday morning. And so it appears to me that we probably have some frozen urine in the vent line.
So they just smelling pee, like it's frozen in a vent line. So that's the magic. You got icicles of your piss.
Nasty
You know what I'm
bitch.
saying? Yo,
I know the brother gotta be. You said it's one brother up there.
yeah, it's one brother up there.
He
Man,
gotta be uncomfortable being
that's
around
cold.
like cause they
bro,
they nasty, bro.
Yep.
You know that's something been pissing me off lately.
bro, you gotta think about it, man. You created this capsule to go to the moon to fulfill whatever project you got,
Right.
and you don't have a running bathroom. I mean, the whoever installed that toilet and that sink, they cut corners, man. You know, it's crazy because because to travel out of space, you gotta have decent material because it can catch fire.
Right.
Oh, sabotage.
Or
Because it was a black man.
or they could
They
could
never
have.
heard of astronauts having toilet issues
right.
until the black man get up there.
That's crazy.
Man, yeah, what it is.
Hey, go back to the article, man. Go back to the article.
The astronauts, NASA Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, and Christina Koch, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen were still fast asleep by mid-morning, nearly 200,000 miles, nearly 320,000 kilometers from Earth as mission controllers continued to troubleshoot the issue. And by Saturday afternoon, early in day 4 of the flight, mission controllers had a plan of attack to warm up the frozen line by rotating the capsule to put the frozen urine into the sun.
Damn. So now the pipes is frozen. So in order for them to try to unclog the pipes, they had to turn the capsule towards the sun and let it heat up.
Right. It smell like hot.
Yo, listen, man. Hey.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, bro.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
Now,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm not big on the dream thing, but it was a while. I had a dream a while back. You know, the scripture said, "He that chases dreams is a fool, chase the wind." I had a dream. I had a job on the moon, and there was a couple other brothers in the truth, and we got a job, and we was going up to the moon for a certain amount of time and working and coming back down. But you know, that's some foolishness. Of course, we know we don't chase dreams, but that was a while back. I just never trying to understand what the hell going on. But now these people going to the moon, you know, and they trying to make it their duty to stay out of space and go out of space and live out there.
That's why they going up there. This trip is to set up for the next trip so they can set up a colony on the moon so that they can stay up on the moon for extended periods of time. It's all in your brain.
Do you ask a Negro where the satellites at? They'll say it's in the sky. Then how come a plane ain't knock it out the sky yet?
Right.
Planes fly in the sky all the time. You mean to tell
all
me
day
long?
hours.
It's just
Don't
all the
never
satellites.
stop.
Yeah, come on, man. Like yo, hey, listen, man. Y'all gotta stop with that. Stop with the conspiracy stuff, man. They out of space because the scriptures say they went out of space.
Right.
That's how we know. We know what the Bible say. You know, and they taking pictures from an iPhone, right? They taking pictures to show you the moon and Earth.
Damn.
No, that's AI, bro.
That's AI.
I ain't never seen the pictures though.
They got some pictures.
They on TikTok, man.
Don't take a picture of that bathroom though. We want to see that.
That's crazy. Speaking of it, you know, you can go outside on the new moon with your smartphone and you can zoom in on the moon from Earth and get an up close shot. Shout out to Android. But
That's right.
you can do that. What makes you think they can't go there? It's right there. You can pull it up right now.
Like it's a telescope on your phone. It's a telescope on your phone right now.
On your phone.
They definitely should have took an Android up
They probably did.
No, they said it was.
They take it off. Yeah, they take it off.
That's why they don't got no zoom in.
So it's bootleg.
Yeah.
You can't. They, the shots that they got, you know. It's
They
just,
should have some expensive cameras.
Man, look. Right now they got a plumbing issue.
But
But yeah, you know that's what's
they
going
probably
on.
do, but they can't. They probably with the cameras they probably got. They can't send those back.
Right.
They're gonna release what they got.
Yeah.
They look novelty pictures.
And then they got the pictures that they ain't gonna send to the public.
Right. We saw a black man. Oh, they know the angels probably messing with him. Boy. Fly past real quick. Just smile at him. What's up?
Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, they smell like Boo Boo and P right now, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. Yeah, you go out of space, your toilet might break. You know what I'm saying?
The angel tell them to turn around.
Yeah, that's a sign. Hey, you know what? The angels probably did that. Probably, hey, let me clog his toilet up so, you know, hey, I'm just, you know.
Angels probably trolling them. I'm telling you, the angels trolling them, man.
I mean, because I'm sure they tested everything before they left. Because you got to test them damn rockets before they go out of space. I know they tested the pipes in the toilet. It had to been, you know, the angels just froze the lines and boo-boo everywhere, man.
It's definitely possible. You know, Buzz Aldrin, he was one of the guys who went to the moon with Armstrong, and they was the two who landed on the moon. that he openly came out and was like, on their way to the moon, they saw a spacecraft and it followed them there.
Damn.
It followed them to the moon. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I can believe it.
You said they followed them all the way up there?
It followed them there. He said they can see it from out of their window, and it was bright, and it was following them to the moon.
Man, yeah, man, listen.
I'll be bugged the hell out.
Man.
Bro, you don't think somebody follows it? Man, listen, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but hey, there's a such thing as angels, black angels. And I guarantee you they out in space. And they know who leaving Earth and coming back.
Right.
Especially if you're trying to go to them. They watching. You know what I'm saying?
They were saying that asteroids out there in space that they done lost the location of. You know what I'm saying? That was like, orbiting in the orbit.
Yeah.
They done lost their location now.
They don't know where they at.
They don't know where they at now.
Damn.
Because when they go up there, they got to know what's what's up there, what not. They done lost it. Like 50 of them.
It's gone. They just gone.
They ain't there no more. They don't know where they at.
Nobody talk about Atlas no more. Remember that a few months ago? Everybody was talking about the Atlas comet.
Yeah.
How it's changing its directory.
Yeah.
Remember, Trump got the space police force. You can actually sign up for you people that don't want to. You don't think space real? You can actually apply, and you might get a job to be a space police. Yes, that's real for you Negroes that sit on the couch all day and think that they can't travel to space. You can actually apply if you put your mind to
What's
it.
that movie?
Yeah, I mean, you can be a police, man. You can.
Space trooper.
You could be a space trooper, man.
That's a real job.
Intergalactic bugs,
That's
man.
crazy.
That's a real job because Negroes really think that they can't space travel. You can actually apply, and if you pass the test, you can be a space police force. I don't know what they do up there.
Especially you want to test dummy.
Yeah, you definitely gonna be a test dummy.
You gonna be trying out that new ship they got.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they using like fuel, gas to get up there. What they using to get up there?
I don't know.
Jet fuel.
Probably jet fuel and some.
It's like some helium mixed with some stuff and then
Rocket fuel.
Rocket
They
fuel.
use a rocket. They take a rocket. They connect the ship to a rocket up there.
Then it break off or something.
But I'm sure it needs something to burn though.
Yeah,
it
it
gotta
got
have
that.
some fuel though.
Now once it get out now,
It float in space, I think.
Right, it float in space. It just there's no gravity or no friction, so it just catches speed and it just keeps speeding up. And they surrounded the Earth like twice, and then they kick their thrusters on to kick them out to the moon, and then they cut everything off because they got.
What they do is they once it get out there, it catch the orbit of the moon, and once it's inside that orbit, it go around.
Oh, until they get closer.
Yeah, it's go around.
Yeah.
Just like the space debris that's out there. It just go around. You got things orbiting the Earth. You got things orbiting the moon, stuff like that. So they just trying to the rocket just get them out there into
Get them past the atmosphere.
Get them past the atmosphere, and then the momentum take them until they get to the orbit. In the orbit, then they use their thrusters when they finna come back. You know what I'm saying? Once they come back around, the thrusters gonna back to Earth.
Yeah, y'all can join
yeah.
space troopers.
Yeah.
Go ahead and find out what's up there on the moon. Y'all can run into some angels. Tell us what they tell y'all.
Hey, but look, if you ever want to know what space is like, I ain't never been, but just jump in some water. Cause that's what they train in.
Yeah.
Astronauts train in water for you people that think that they not out in space because space ain't nothing but water. They train in water. They do everything in the water before they actually go up there. Right. They put the suits on and everything. So
we went to the movies. You remember we went to the movies to see that the dark side of the moon.
The
Transformers.
Yeah. No, not Transformers.
I know which one you're talking about.
It was the white lady. And they actually went inside the moon.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Moonfall. Yeah. It showed how they went on the dark side of the moon. And they said the moon rung like a bell one time.
Yeah.
So that's how they found out the moon was hollow. So it's stuck inside of the moon that we can't see. They know it's in there. The Bible call it the armies. It's the instrument to the armies.
Right. Military base.
Huh?
Like a military
It says
base.
an instrument.
Right. So should we be going up there? Like, should that be our mindset? Real quick, read Psalms 131 and 1. Psalms 131 and 1. Because a nigga, the white man do it, he following. It's one going up there right now.
Right.
And they gonna say surely the white man is God. You know the white man. You know they take a level of faith to think you can go up to the moon. You know he did with Satan.
I'd be scared as hell to get in this ship.
Man,
all them rockets that before they could get up there, a lot of them rockets exploded. Remember
Oh yeah,
the
Elon
one-
Musk. A couple of his stuff exploded.
No, I'm talking about before that, before like all the Apollos, right? What was, which one was Apollo 11 when they actually got to the when they left
the moon? Yeah, Apollo 11.
So what happened to 1 through 10?
Right.
They showed us this in school where they had put some teachers and shit. Oh, excuse me. They put some teachers and stuff and like civilians on the space shuttle, and they was about to shoot them off. And that mother blew up on TV. You can look it up. It happened in like, I don't want to say like, I don't know, somewhere in the night.
Was somebody black on there?
Probably.
Yeah,
That mother, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it blew up on national TV. That mother,
every time a black person got on that blew up.
It was 3, 2, 1, boom, and on TV, everybody was crying and stuff.
Damn.
What you had, Simeon?
The book of Psalms, chapter 131 and verse 1. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me.
You see that? We don't exercise and things. That's stuff. That's the heathen. That's what the white man want to do. He want to know how many planets, and you can't find. The scriptures say you can't find out. You know, our mind supposed to be keeping the commandments. That's how we gonna get salvation. They ain't got no salvation, so that's what they got to do to try to escape God's judgment. The Lord made a way for us to escape.
Right.
Keep His commandments and have faith in the Black Messiah. As an Israelite. That's it. That's all I had on.
Hey, put this picture up there. This is what I was just talking about. You was right, officer. It was a black dude on a black dude on the doggone thing. He was one nigga.
Yep, we gotta blow it up, Biff.
You see what I put? It say the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. What happened when you get too hardy in your mind, trying to be like the white man?
Yep.
See it?
The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster occurred on January 28, 1986, when the shuttle exploded 73 seconds after liftoff.
Right. Barely a minute off the ground. Boom. Keep going.
Killing all 7 crew members, including Krista McAuliffe, who was set to be the first teacher in space. The failure was caused by O-ring seals and the solid rocket's boosters failing in cold temperatures.
That was the point. They died. 73 seconds off the ground, trying to be like the white man. There go the black dude on the bottom right. Goofy.
You know, the Negroes don't think that's real. They don't think they with space.
Right. So why that's crazy.
Yeah.
If you ever doubt in your mind if the white man ever went to the moon, go and watch the first press conference from the Apollo 11 mission with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the other white guy who didn't get to land on the moon. He had to stay up in the little pad.
Yeah, and watch. Yeah.
A lot of people say they didn't go to the moon. If you watch that press conference, look how nervous they are. Look how timid they are to speak. Look at how they looking at each other in the study, sipping their water before they answer. People think, oh, it's because they faked it. They faked it. No. It's a little more sinister than that. It's what they saw up there.
Yep.
Right. It's what they saw. You know, you can't get that. You can't fake that kind of fear at all. Understand that. It's something that they saw up there, and it's a reason why it's been years they ain't went back yet. It's a reason why.
Hey,
no trespassing.
Hey, officer, you know, a lot of them, because a lot of people talk about how they faked the footage with the moon landing, you know, and all that stuff. And it was one guy, he was going into it, he was explaining it, and he was like, they because we know what they saw up there. Like you said, they had from their accounts, they said they had ships following them. They said when they got there, it was a sign there written in English on the moon. It was a sign written there saying what it said, well, you do not enter, something like that.
No trespassing.
Yeah, no trespassing. And the guy was like, the footage, the moon landing was real. It's some of the stuff that they showed they had pre-prepared because they didn't know what was going to be seen on the camera. They couldn't show everything live to everybody.
The signal, the live feed
Yeah.
from the moon didn't go straight to America. It went to Australia and then it went to America. That way, if the camera caught anything, they was able to edit it out before it came on the big screen.
Yeah, that's all it was. So it was the white man had CGI back then, you know, but that was just to keep the world from knowing that the angels are black and that they inhabit the moon. That was it.
Can I get a scripture on that? Real quick. Revelations 19, verse 14. Revelations 19, verse 14. Real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 14.
Read verse 13.
Verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God.
That's Christ.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
It says the armies which were in heaven followed him. They came from heaven. Where in heaven? From the moon. It's an army base. The angels, there are angels on the moon. So when they took that Apollo 11 trip up there, that's what they saw. And that's why they was up there timid drinking in, because they had already had the debrief.
Yep.
Neil Armstrong had made it very clear. They threatened to kill not only him, his wife, his children, and his children's children if he ever came out and told what really took place. And they
That's what they said.
That's what he said.
And you know what's crazy? Why don't these conspiracy nuts ever bring that information up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they getting, it's always an agenda behind the things. I think that a lot of these conspiracy theorists, the ones that be popular and be putting these things out, they be getting funded by the government to put out these things to keep people from finding the truth.
They be the same ones saying that the white man is reptilians and stuff. You know, they be, you know, with this conspiracy, it'd be another crazy conspiracy. Like what? Like, don't make sense. But yeah, it's all a distraction, man.
Yeah, it's just distractions. They went there in 1969, and then it was that 81, Reagan started talking about if there was ever a threat, an alien threat from another planet, we have to all come together. No, you know, that ain't those just random rhetoric.
That's a president saying that.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, random rhetoric he's saying 10 years later. It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Something was up there when they went up there, and we got to prepare for it.
You know what? They've been coming out with these alien invasion. It's a movie recently on Netflix called War Machine. I just seen it.
Yeah, I seen it.
It's good. I mean, you know, it's basically Esau with his army, whatever the case is. And then, but they see you can see NASA talking about an asteroid that they think is just an asteroid, and all of a sudden it just came to Earth and it started invading. They don't know why. You know, so they know that it's something out there that's coming here. It's just the dumb conspiracy Negro and whoever else think that they ain't out in space. They watching space. They watching.
Also in that movie, he was able to, you know, destroy the alien. White
right.
White man punched him in the face, man.
Right.
Will Smith Independence Day.
Right.
He gonna punch the alien. Okay.
He beat the alien with no gun. You know, I mean, no weapon.
Oh yeah, I know that movie with the white dude and they on the mission. They on like the fake mission. And they ain't got no guns. Yeah, they ain't have no doggone weapons. How the hell he win?
He beat a heavily something that came from
a damn chariot
with a bulldozer and a bucket.
He brought the black dude back to Sable. You know, he brought the black dude back. You know,
That was crazy, bro.
Yo, I mean, that shit. I was like, come on, bro. But the point is, you know, they understand something's coming, and you know, they put it in these movies, man. And you know, and you could tell that they closely watching space because they got a space police force. I keep telling y'all that. I can show you the website. I'm saying, they watch it. I ain't feeling out. I don't know.
He's saying
I've been on that.
He sound like
No. I've been on that because I gotta go to Isaiah Barber, man. His barber don't believe it, man. I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You know how they be having those. Also, they had those movies where it's like people already on Earth. That's like. What they call
like spies,
aliens, right? For Space Force, right? But you remember what the scripture said? Get where it say Jacob wrestled Because it made me think about it. Y'all was like he fought the angel.
Yeah.
But they can't fight an angel.
Right.
Who only had that power?
Right.
Bring it out.
The son. Read that as a Jacob wrestle real quick. They know we different. That's probably what messed them up. He seen us out of space. That's what messed them up.
Facts.
Now they know their greatest threat is who? Us. The rise of a black Messiah or Messiah. You found it?
Yeah.
Read it real quick.
Book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
See that the angel saw he wasn't prevailing against Jacob, because Jacob was a different breed. Jacob was different. He was born different. He was the son of God. That's who he was. And all his kids that came out of him, the 12 tribes, are the sons of God.
That's right.
You wonder why the hell LeBron could jump on high for 40 damn years.
Right.
Michael Jordan, we create new tricks and new dunks. We taking the sports to the next level.
Hit the
Because
bomb.
we different from everybody.
Yeah.
We the fastest runner. That's not a coincidence.
Right.
You understand? We doing stuff people thought could never happen. You understand? Hell, we survived slavery. What the hell you think we in? That was it on it?
He touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob.
Right.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God.
That's right.
And with men has prevailed.
That's it. The sons of God right there. Yeah, come here.
No, I was saying because and he said, man, I lost my place. Where it say? Where the part he said he had power with God and with man? You didn't put enough emphasis on that. It said and with man. So we got power. Oh, we have dominion over all these men.
We the strongest.
We the strongest.
Yeah.
We the
Strongest, smartest,
best looking.
Hell,
It's the best.
How you think we was building, inventing things? How we know we can use peanut butter and make medicines? What do you think we get this power? We had the power to create the microwave, the car. We create everything.
Hell, the black people helped the damn white man get to space.
Yeah. What do you think she get that? Come on.
We the one. That was us.
The princes and princesses of God, and that's in us. You know, so.
They ain't got that nigga on that damn on that ship for
no
nothing.
reason.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll never know the real reason, but he up there for
Safety
something.
precautions. Yeah. They say we come in peace. We got a black guy.
Right. We got a nigga.
We got a nigga on the ship.
Right.
Yeah, I remember they made their movie Cosmic Slop back in 1994.
Was you born?
Damn.
I wasn't.
I remember they born in 2000.
That's crazy. 2000, wait, man, hold on, wait. I learned from my elders. I learned from my elders.
I tell your point, man.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but in that movie, the aliens, they came, the quote unquote aliens, which we know was the angels, they came from space with chariots. They was and they came for in exchange for the black people. They was like, give us the black people, we'll give you guys a little bit of information, but we taking all the black people on the planet. You know, so that's so they were saying something without saying something. But now we got you now they doing a moon mission and they bringing a black man with them.
Right.
In exchange for, you know.
Oh, and you know what else crazy? Because they run the black dude up there. They said in order to go out of space, you need melanin. You need melanin. So he they last leg. He they last support. If anything go wrong, he might be the last one to survive.
That's crazy. Well, listen, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Return of the Gods. Alright, make sure y'all subscribe to all our social media outlets, platforms, Facebook, X, YouTube, Instagram, and be up to date with all our latest exclusive content. Alright, until next time.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.